I just want you to know that you are very special. Oh, What's up, y'all? My name is Blue. As you probably know, I'm in my backyard, and I always complain about nobody able to play card games with me. But like, I'm talking like the reflection ones and the like deep question ones. I'm like, bro, I just play with myself. What? Chill. So with that said, let's do it. I have different packs of We're Not Really Stranger cards. My favorite cards of all time. Sponsor me. Really though. Like, really though.
Just kidding. Unless.
I got an idea. I got a fire idea that will work for We're Not Really Strangers. Has to do with my next book, Patchwork, on the way. This comes from the Self-Reflection Edition or pack. We also have ones from Don't Overthink It pack, original We're Not Really Strangers pack, and last but not least, we have some from Self-Love pack. So I'm about to make this a practice of mine, where I just come out here in the backyard and shoot the shit with y'all via these cards. Good little archival practices. My future kids will have this. I'll have it. You'll have it. We'll have it. And it'll be dope to see my answers kind of change over time with things. It's not gonna be the same questions, but what if I do run into the same question? And then I'll be able to see like my growth, my mental state, what I'm focused on at the moment. And then this will be the way to get asked the questions that I really want people to ask me in the first place, and have a dialogue about it to myself instead of always relying on somebody else, you know? And I got that shit on, by the way. Friends and Frequencies, hello. Coachella on the pants. Silver on the jewelry. You dig? All right, let's do it. Kind of nervous a little bit. Y'all about to get in my business. First question I got, it's a self-love card, and it says future. It says, I don't want to become. I gotta think. Flow state answers. I don't want to become bitter and old. Wait. Nothing wrong with being older, right? What I mean is, I don't want to become bitter and unable to see beauty in my life. I don't want to lose the eye that I have for simplicity and appreciation. Like I always say, I'm somebody that's very easily impressed by the small things, how like interesting things are. I don't try to be like, you have to impress. Arms looking good. Hold up. About to just hit 10. Actually, let me just hit 10 push-ups real quick.
Oh, brother, this guy stinks!
Get a little pump. How masculine is that? Anyway, that actually do. I'll be feeling a little good. I don't want to become unable to see beauty, which means that my perspective's just clouded and I'm not being present. I'm not being attuned to my surroundings. You know, the whole saying, beauty's in the eye of the beholder. Well, it sits true with that. And I don't want to ever lose the eye that I have. I don't ever want to lose that curiosity, that like childlike nature of myself, where I'm like looking at this orange monarch butterfly over here, or you know, I'm like appreciating this backyard, or I was just, before I did those push-ups, oh, here we go, I'm just playing with these like two small rocks, and I'm like, oh look, so cool, right? I just the other day got like a bunch of Nerf guns from this app called Freebie. Plug, not an ad, but it'll tell you about all the free shit in your area. Fire. Look, it should have an counter. Shout out AK Sai. I was about to say it again. Yeah, I think my answer is very simple, what I said. I don't want to become blinded to beauty. There we go. Put it poetically. Poet. I don't want to become blinded to beauty. I want to always be able to see the beauty in the small, big, everything. That's what's kept me here. That's what kept me alive. That's what's kept me curious, kept me creative, kept me motivated, kept me sane, right? Even if you ain't got no change in your pocket, you can go outside and see some beauty. It's free. You just have to be mindful, present. Yeah, just gotta be mindful and present and relaxed and still. Yeah, go on. Next one, this is from the self-reflection pack. What am I putting off that feels important? Why am I avoiding it? What am I putting off that feels important? I'm at the stage of my life where I'm actually not putting off a lot more. Like last night, I literally just stayed up and did everything that I've been putting off, which was like a bunch of get lit work, some things that I needed to action on for people, like listening to songs and crafting ideas, meeting with people, hanging out with people that it's been a while. So maybe I can speak, retroactively, and then if something else pops up, then I'll tell you. But yeah, for a while I was avoiding these things because I just didn't feel like it, bro. State of the world, bro. But also no, more honestly, a lot of my decision making I realized was baked in fear. I would not do a lot because I was afraid, one, and then afraid has a branch of different things I was afraid of, like rejection, embarrassment, shame. I didn't want to engage those feelings or even the possibility of them, so I would do, the path of least resistance when it came to that. What does that look like? I would never invite people to my shows, like personally, because I'm like, they may think I'm bothering them with this invite, or like maybe I'm doing too much because I know this person already, and if they wanted to come, they would. And what if they don't come? Then I'm disappointed and I'm upset, and this is embarrassing to always be pinging somebody, tell them to slide, so I didn't want to engage with that feeling of rejection or disappointment if they didn't come. Fear of shame, like just be doing too much. Like the other day I went to a party wearing a wig because it was disco theme, and I was like, I could notice the feelings of kind of like embarrassment finding me, because I'm like, oh, somebody see me and like, this nigga is an idiot. Or like, this nigga look goofy, I didn't want to feel that like shame and embarrassment for doing too much, for being whimsical, for being on theme, for being myself, like full inner child, bro. If I'm gonna do something, I'm gonna do it all the way. And shout out my nigga Miles. He like, bro, fuck that. You know what I mean? He like, bro, nah, pull up in a wig, bro, full costume. And yes, I was the most overdressed nigga over there, but I felt better for it. It was a fun thing, and my energy and how I felt in being myself, instead of negating that and just pulling up on some regular, it exuded all of my joy. And people coming up and complimenting it and all that stuff, thinking it's real. But that's a great lesson in symbolism, that the big overarching point, which is I can't afford to be fearful anymore. Like, this is it. This is time. I cannot be scared of shit like that no more. I have to go full-fledged. I gotta put myself on a Nectar dating show. I gotta, invite somebody to the show specifically. I gotta walk up to a girl and flirt with her. I got to introduce myself. Like, I got to, bro. You know what's at stake? Life, everything, who I am, who I'm called to be, that's at stake. I have to. I cannot afford to put fear at the forefront of my decisions anymore. I cannot. And I'm finding beautiful results on the other side of it. And I know I'm in a better state of mind and frequency now that I'm listening to that and listening to myself. I feel good. I feel the fuck good, man. I feel proud of myself. I feel like, yeah, I make decisions and I'm like, yeah, that's me. Good, bad, or indifferent. You know what I'm saying? Like, we ain't afraid of going broke, nigga. I'll never be broke. I'm rich in spirit. You know what I'm saying? We ain't afraid of being whimsical and doing too much. I'm extra. Do you know my name? Colonel Joshua Carell Josiah Higgins. I have 5 names. I was born extra. I was born doing the most. So why the fuck would I not keep doing that? So, yeah. I was putting off a lot of myself. And opportunities as a result of that. Putting off music because I'm scared to be bad at it. Instead of realizing this shit about play, it's not about being good. I was putting off a large part of myself out of fear and out of worry. And now, no Nike, but just do it. Like, now the motto is just do it. Go. You know? Stop putting it off. Stop procrastinating. Just complete it. Just do it. Take the time. The fear or the feeling I have of like, and engaging the thing, how will I feel on the other side of it? I make decisions now with the thought, how am I going to feel on the other side of doing this? And that's good or bad. On the other side of a workout, I'm going to feel great. On the other side of something not so good, I'm not going to feel great. On the other side of, on the other side of fapping, you know what I'm saying? I'm not going to feel great. You know, on the other side of seeing somebody that I think is gorgeous and just giving them a compliment, not attached to the outcome, I'm going to feel great on that. I'm going to feel great on the other side of that. Make decisions with that in mind. Well, how will I feel on the other side of this? And it'll probably lead you better off on the path. So yeah, we done avoiding silly shit. Because that's what that is, silly shit. Look who I can be when I'm fully myself. When I know what's at stake. When I operate in the frequency I'm supposed to. You know, sans regardless of shame and fear and whatever. Because I'm not saying that always the outcome is going to be what I want it to be. But my job is to engage the process. Because the process is the product, not the outcome. I'm supposed to learn something and be something on what my job is. My job is to invite you to the show. Whether you come or not, don't really matter and seen. But my job is to invite you because that's what I'm supposed to be learning for something in my process. I'm supposed to go to the gym. Whether I get 6-pack abs or not, does not fucking matter. It's what I'm learning in the process of being in the gym, pushing past the limit physically, so I can be reminded mentally how powerful I am, how amazing I am, how beautiful I am. That's the whole point of this shit, bro. Process over product. Stop putting off shit, bro. Because you're not putting things off. You're putting yourself off. And you're not realizing a large part of yourself when you do that every time. Take it from somebody that has done it. And people think I've done amazing things. I think I've done amazing things. We ain't even scratched the surface, bro. This tip of the iceberg. Because I was doing all that with fear in my heart. Now look what I'm about to do. With God in my heart. And God on my side. Fuck, nigga. It's lit. Next card. Probably a couple more, man. Self-reflection pack. Wild card. Wild card means it's some, you know, whatever. What are 3 things I love most about myself today? It says write them out. Go but speak them out. Right now, I love my arms, bro. Look at this. Oh my God. He's so handsome. Come on, bruh. It's my left arm, bro. I don't know, my left arm bicep seem a little stronger, funny enough. Triceps always go crazy. Also, we got organs and blues on the arm. We go Cleo. No soul. This is a panther with blue eyes. We go that on the arm. We go Ankh, Eye of Ra, Eye of Horus on the arm. We go Joshua Tree on the arm. We go Quill under my skin to remind me I'm always a writer on the arm. I love my arms, bro. That's why we go sleeveless. We go sleeveless. I love my creative mind today. This idea that I just had was because I had a slow morning. Got up at 7. Actually did my routine, you know, showered. Started my morning with silence. Sat with myself. You know what I mean? Read. I'm reading The Artist's Way again. You know, downloaded some ideas. Every time I input, output comes. So I love my creative mind and the things I'm able to come up with that are big or small or simple. It don't matter. I love that about me. I love my ability to speak, to pause, to get in tune with the self and speak to something bigger than me, which is whoever's watching this video. I love my ability to like really think through something in my mind. Again, I mean, I know I just said my creative mind, but my mind and my being. I love my spirit. There it is. My spirit is so beautiful, bro. And I'm gonna keep outputting that. I'm gonna keep outputting that until I find my wife. I'm gonna keep outputting it until I find the warriors that are supposed to be in my circle. Not just friends, the warriors that are supposed to be in my circle. And better yet, in my corner. Not just my circle, but my corner. I'm gonna keep outputting that until what's supposed to find me does. I'm gonna keep outputting that to the day I die. And man, anytime that I forget, I be reminded by a warrior, my life partner, my wife, my mother, my family, a stranger. Let the universe remind me anytime that I get off kilter and forget, this is who I am in my core. And I like saying that because who I am right now it's not like I'm high on happiness. It's like, nah, there's still shit going on in the background. Nigga, credit card is maxed. I got debt I'm paying off. I got a random dentist bill that just came through. We can't afford that right now. Go ahead, smack on that late fee. There's still things going on in the background, but circumstance is not overcoming me. And I know that, I feel that. It's like I'm aware of these things, but I know I'm all right. And I know I'm going to be all right. And I know that shit going to turn around when it's time to. It's a boot camp year. It's locking in on self. It's offense. It's being outward with self. And it's time to lock in. So my growth. I'm adding another thing. I love my growth. I love the work I've done on self. It shows. Truly. Like, what a beautiful human being this is looking in this camera right now. And I'm so proud of this nigga, man. This nigga's fire. This nigga's fire. And yeah. So it's not happiness I'm operating from. That's external circumstances. That's like when you allow an external circumstance to affect you. Joy is internal though. It's like, peace is internal. And I've got a lot of peace and I got a lot of understanding of self and grace for myself in this moment and the way I'm operating. And it feels so good to not wear chains that I created. It feels so good to not carry a weight and feel a pressure that I'm forcing myself to feel. I feel so good being myself and allowing myself to be him. Whether that's a silly Instagram post that, maybe I wouldn't have made a year ago because it's a little, but that's me though. That's me. Being a little fake, cocky, confident, that's me. But also being super in tune and humble and grateful and thankful to be where I am. That's me. I'm duality, nigga. And I used to let people make me believe I wasn't, or that I should be ashamed of that. Nah, I'm me. And if you don't like it, I'm not everybody's cup of tea. I'm not. Arms tea though. I keep looking at them. Anyway, I'm not everybody's cup of tea, and that's what makes me such a unique beverage. If you everybody's cup of tea, you nothing worth drinking, bro. If you're everybody's cup of tea, you're nothing worth drinking. You're not worth the sip. Because it's like, okay, cool. Everybody sip this. Bro, not even water is everybody's cup of tea, bro. You got niggas that like, would you like faucet, tap, sparkling? You know what I mean? Faucet, tap. Would you like tap, sparkling, still, whatever? The whole point is, I don't aim to be for everybody no more. I used to be a people pleaser so much. I don't aim for that no more, bro. That's exhausting. Perfection is suffocating. I'd much rather be me, bro. I don't like to be cool. I like to be me. I like to be me, bro. I feel a lot better that way. I can sleep better at night that way. Toes curled up, fan on, 60 degrees. But I feel a lot better when I don't got the mask on, when I don't got to suit up. I just got to show up. Bars, nigga. Last one. Because, I'm feeling the number 4 today. Self-reflection pack. When do I feel most helpful to others? Also, we'll do this multiple times. It's not going to be just a one-off. I may not have my arms out every time, but all right. I should have an arm counter. I won't. I'm not editing that in there. All right. You know how I go by blue? What color is the throat chakra? Ding. When I'm speaking to others, I use my tongue and my power so well. I wield my magic very intentionally and purposefully. And I see the change on somebody's face when I'm speaking to them, or I'm speaking life into them. I'm speaking with a certain passion. You know, gotta shout out Miss Castell, bro. I was not gonna be speaking. It's not just about poetry. Like, I wasn't gonna be speaking for real. I didn't plan to do that in life. I was just gonna be on some casual. You know, I'm a writer first. I'm a intuitive guy first. But I see the magic that people are overcome with when I speak to them. I see the way they take my words and hold them close and remember them. And the things that I say, they pay attention. They don't take it with a grain of salt what I say. So I think when I'm able to really just listen, excuse me, take somebody in, really like observe them for who they are and who they are becoming, who they show me to be. I feel like, yeah, my words, what I say, and the voice I put behind them is super helpful. And that shows up in the ways I teach. That shows up in the way I guide students. That shows up in the way I speak to my partners, romantic. That shows up in the way that I can speak to my friends, my brothers, my sisters. Shows up in the way I joke. I think I'm a pretty funny guy. Nah. I mean, yes, but I think, yeah, power of my tongue is something I'm paying close attention to. Because even when I speak to myself, the results are so immense. So that means if it's impacted me that way, it has no choice. Universal law is going to affect others that way. So yeah, I found myself most helpful when I'm there, I'm present, and I'm able to really be there and speak to somebody, comfort somebody, affirm somebody, give them words they didn't know they needed, give them words that they need to hear, that they need to have and keep for themselves. Yeah, my words and my speech is very impactful. And it's my job to be responsible and wield that responsibly. So yeah, that's been an edition of self-reflection, self-love, speaking to self, on the self, bro. Blue on the self, blue on the shelf. I'll come up with a name for this. But yeah, I plan on like doing this. This is on my MacBook cam. It's not even on I don't even got the DJI. Okay. I want these to be like output. I drop it the same day type vibe, and then we just run with it, go with it, if possible. I don't want this, like the vlogs are gonna be longer projects, but this, boom, drop it, bro. I might not even edit it for real. Just drop that John. Yeah, it felt good. It felt like a great way to use my morning, like a version of journaling. I could speak instead of writing, my hand cramping. Yeah, this felt good. Thank y'all for listening. If you made it to the end, let's make a special thing if you made it to the end. If you made it to the end of this video, I want you to just comment, what's your favorite kind of ice cream? Mine's soft serve or homemade. You can put flavor too. Just comment your favorite kind of ice cream. That's how I know you made it to the end and you watched it. And you kicked it with your boy. Like the video if you like. Comment the video if you got something to say. Subscribe if you want to see more of me and have more dialogue. Alright, y'all. Love y'all. Peace.